Okay, I'm here with Dr. David Benac. Welcome. Thank you so much for sitting down with us today. Let's get started. First of all, why are you running to be Kalamazoo's next mayor?
Because I love Kalamazoo, and I think we have a fantastic city. But when I think about where we're headed, I don't think that the city currently is on the right path. We're stable, we're okay where we are, but we need to do better in terms of creating a bridge between the two Kalamazoos. There are a lot of people who are doing really well, but right now we're looking at about 30% of the city is in poverty. About 60% of the city is classified as working poor. And in my opinion, that is just unacceptable, and I think that the city needs to do a lot better to make sure that everybody is prosperous.
What makes you qualified to serve in the role of mayor?
Yeah, it has to do with what does our mayor do in Kalamazoo. So I feel like one of the key goals of the mayor's office is to get an agenda put forward, a vision for the future of the city, and then to work really hard to get the community organized to support that vision. Because the mayor can't act independently, can't force the commission to do things. So what we have to do is find somebody who can put forward a coherent vision of what a better community looks like, work with the residents to get support for that vision, work with the commissioners to get it passed, and then work with state officials and with federal officials in order to get the funding and the support that we need in order to implement that vision.
And what's one thing that people may not know about you?
I'm a beekeeper, and I've been doing that for about 4 years. It's something I really enjoyed doing. It's something that I picked up as a way to do my part to help with sustainability. Our insect populations are under attack, and we need to do a lot better, and we need to just live within the environment and be more respectful.
Okay. What do you think the biggest challenge is facing the city?
The biggest challenge is clearly poverty and homelessness, which are not necessarily the same, but they're definitely related. And I believe that every single thing we do has to be geared towards solving those problems.
Okay. If elected, what would be your focus on day one?
On day one is going to be what are the things that we need to do that are going to help the people who most need it. Right now, the city, one of the things that we're not doing well enough is affordable housing. One of the things that the city has been pushing is to build affordable housing in the floodplain down off of Stockbridge, which is not a good place for affordable housing. We don't, none of the people who currently live in houses want to live in a floodplain, so we need to do better. We need to think about what do people need. So my first thing is going to be, how can we help people get trained to get good jobs? How can we get people into emergency and transitional housing? And then how can we do better about making sure that everybody has a clean environment that creates better health outcomes?
What areas do you feel the current leaders have not put enough focus on?
Again, housing. If you look at the numbers, the poverty has grown in the city in the past 15 years. Homelessness has grown in the city in the past 15 years. Another thing, that the gap between where we are and where we need to be with affordable housing has grown. The city has done some things, but sponsoring developers with tax breaks when they aren't building truly affordable housing, or when they're building just 15 units in a single complex, isn't going to get the job done. We need to have a more comprehensive vision of how we can create affordable housing for people.
How do you see the city in the next 5 to 10 years?
Now the path we're on is not where what I would like to talk about is where I want the city to be in 5 to 10 years. Where I think that we can be in 5 to 10 years is we can be a regional leader in a lot of different ways. We can be a regional leader in supporting organized labor, because organized labor works for all of the workers in the community and makes it so that we have better paying jobs, we have better benefits, we have the protections that workers need. We can be a regional leader in environmental sustainability. And that, yes, that means part of it is for climate change. We need to do our part to address climate change, but we also need to do our part to make sure that every single person in the community has clean water, every single person has clean air, every single person has access to healthy outdoor education or recreation. So we need to be a regional leader. Other communities need to look to us and say, those are the types of ideas that we should be implementing.
Thank you very much for sitting down with us. We appreciate it.
Appreciate your time.